being in love with you. Sisterhood is a bond we share, for AKA we know is always there. Wise men say only true AKAs could ever be in a sorority. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for we can't help being in love with you. Sisterhood is a bond we share, for AKA we know is always there. Wise men say only true AKAs could ever be in a sorority. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for we can't help being in love with you. Sisterhood is a bond we share, for AKA we know is always there. Wise men say only true AKAs could ever be in a sorority. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for we can't help being in love with you. Sisterhood is a bond we share, for AKA we know is always there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Martin, and on behalf of the illustrious Iota Lambda chapter of Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority, Incorporated, we would like to welcome you all to our Founders Day presentation. For 112 years, Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority has been setting the standard and painting campuses salmon pink and apple green. The purpose of Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority is
Is to cultivate and encourage high scholastic and ethical standards, to promote unity and friendship among college women, to study and help alleviate problems concerning girls and women in order to improve their social stature, to maintain a progressive interest in college life, and to be of service to all mankind.
Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority was founded
On January 15, 1908, at Howard University in Washington, D.C., in the basement of Minor Hall.
Our 20 illustrious pearls have paved the way for us to be standing in front of you all here today. Ethel Hedgeman Lyle, our guiding light. She was instrumental to the founding of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the world's first black sorority. Ethel Hedgeman Lyle served as the national treasurer for 23 years and led the sorority through years of rapid social change, such as the Great Migration of more than 1 million African Americans from the South to the North, the Depression, and the challenges of World War II. She was also the only member to be named honorary president. Anna Easter Brown. She was an educator for over 40 years and advocated for the preservation of African American history, as well as her Negro History Week exhibit received national media attention. She was the first treasurer of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, and she wrote the final draft of the first constitution and bylaws of this sorority. Beulah Elizabeth Burke. We would not
not be where we are today without her. Credited with creating the name, the motto, and the colors for our sorority, she was influential. But not only did she work so hard for Alpha Kappa Alpha, she became the first African American to earn her master's degree in home economics.
Lily E. Burke. She was an honors student at Howard University. She assisted her sister, Beulah Elizabeth Burke, with crafting the AKA motto, by culture and by merit. She later went on to charter the very first graduate chapter in the District of Columbia.
Margaret Flagg Holmes. She was the first member of our Constitution and Bylaws Committee, and she was received by the Pope in 1931. She was heavily involved in her community through the NAACP, the YWCA, and the Chicago school system.
Marjorie Hill. She played an integral part in our sorority. She graduated from Howard University in the spring of 1908 and began her teaching career later that fall. Despite being young, at the time of her death, Marjorie Hill received the distinguished honor of becoming our sorority's first Ivy Bee on the Wall for her undeniable efforts for the prosperity of AKA.
Lavinia Norman. She portrayed her intelligence by earning 2 bachelor's degrees from Howard University, and she was also well-versed teaching English, Latin, and French at the notable Douglas High School.
Lucy Diggs Sloan. She was instrumental in the creation of our Constitution and served as the first president of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority. She founded the Association of Advisors to Women in Colored Schools, as well as the National Association of College Women. From 1922 until 1937, she worked at Howard University as the Dean of Women, making her the first Black female to serve as a dean in any university across America.
Marie Woolfolk Taylor. She was selected by the original 9 to accompany Ethel Hedgeman Lyle in presenting a proposal of a sorority to the administration. She was the first secretary, and she invited the sophomores to join AKA. As a leader in her community, she worked as a probation officer, social worker, and night school teacher. She dedicated her time to the NAACP, American Red Cross, and YWCA.
Norma Elizabeth Boyd was an incorporator and the first national corresponding secretary for this sorority. In politics, she established the first minority lobbying group in the U.S. Congress and was United Nations observer in 1949.
Ethel Jones Mowbray. Jones can be described as a hard worker who loved AKA. During her time at Howard University, she chaired the committee that planned the first initiation ceremony and served as both president and vice president. She played a pivotal role in the incorporation of Alpha Kappa Alpha, which led to her becoming the first national vice president on the inaugural directorate. She was also a gifted math teacher and entrepreneur who started her own catering company. Alice P. Murray. During her time at Howard University, she earned both a bachelor's degree and a teacher's college diploma in 1910. She was also a published author at Howard Journal, and she has such a love for music and the performance arts.
Sarah Meriwether Nutter.
was the first of the sophomores to be listed as a founder on the masthead of the Ivy League. She also charted an undergraduate and graduate chapter.
Joanna Berry Shields. She earned a Bachelor of Arts degree from Howard University in 1910 and served on New York's Mayor's Committee for Human Rights. On that committee, she was an advocate for both consumers and senior citizens.
Carrie E. Snowden. She served as a corresponding secretary in 1909. She was a lifelong learner. She attended Howard's Graduate School from 1912 to 1914. Carrie E. Snowden also helped to charter the Xi Omega chapter established in Washington, D.C. in 1923.
Harriet Josephine Terry. She was one of the first of the sophomore inductees to serve as president, and she wrote the hymn for the sorority's first initiation ceremony. During World War I, she worked at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. Not only did she serve her country and Kappa Alpha sorority, but she served her community through education. She was an educator for more than 30 years at Alabama A&M University. Because of her hard work and dedication, there's a women's residence hall named in her honor.
Julia E. Brooks. As one of our incorporators, Brooks led a life dedicated to education. After graduating from Howard with a bachelor's in 1916, she became the assistant principal and the dean of girls for the prestigious Dunbar High School, where she taught not only English, but Spanish too. She later went on to receive a master's from Columbia University and continued to make notable contributions to AKA by drafting an early edition of the sorority's history. Nellie Mae Quandick. She led a group of women to ensure the perpetuity of Alpha Kappa Alpha as the first black sorority. In 1913, she went on to become the first national president of our sorority after incorporation.
Nellie Pratt Russell. She played an integral role in our sorority as one of the incorporators. In order to ensure that every student had a fair chance in school, she created the chapter educational loan to provide for undergraduate students. Additionally, she helped in founding the Gamma Lambda Omega graduate chapter.
Minnie Beatrice Smith. She was entrusted in helping to develop a plan for AK's incorporation. She later became the first National Recording Secretary and President of her chapter.
Every lady ought to be,
She ought to be Wahoo and AKA. Wahoo and AKA. Wahoo and AKA.
standards high in sisterhood.
That's what we're striving for. And
From Liberia to Louisiana, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority is an international sisterhood of women.
We help each other, for we know there's no other like our sisterhood.
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is the oldest Greek letter organization established by African American women for African American women.
Exactly, Amber. On a personal level, sisterhood is an essential part of this sorority. Sisters take time to fellowship together and grow meaningful bonds with one another.
I know that's right. Now, Sarah, we know as sisters, of course, we care for each other, but we also care about all African American women, especially when it comes to combating the disparities that happen within our own communities.
You're so right, Josiah. For example, one of our targets, Women's Healthcare and Wellness, executes programs that raise community awareness about health issues affecting African American women. Always dedicated to health, AKA established the nation's first mobile health clinic, providing for 15,000 Blacks in the Mississippi Delta. Currently, we provide breast mammograms through our mobile health clinic.
Founded on a historically Black university, Alpha Kappa Alpha has strived for academic excellence since its inception.
By merit and culture, we strive and we do.
Hey, McCall, tell me about our first target.
My favorite. So, you want to know how committed AKA is to HBCU financial health?
Yes, I'd love to hear about it.
So, last year, AKA raised $1.6 million in just one day for 31 Black colleges and universities through our AKA HBCU endowment fund.
Hey, McCall, did you also know AKA has its own scholarship fund?
I do, but tell me more.
So, AKA has the Educational Advancement Foundation. In this foundation, we donate merit-based scholarships, need-based scholarships, and YUPAC scholarships.
As Alpha women, we pride ourselves in being supreme in service to all mankind.
Greater laurels to win, greater tasks to begin, for thy honor and glory today.
Having money is great, but being able to budget and save is just as important.
That's right, Doreen.
And that's why our third target, building your economic legacy, focuses just on that. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority understands budgeting, taxes, and investing are vital to the creation of generational wealth. But wait, what about something for our artists out there?
You know what? You're right. And some of us are known for being a little artsy. The arts, our fourth target, aims to expose students to art and culture through various mediums, such as visual and performing arts, along with diving into the works of talented Black artists from the Harlem Renaissance and Black arts movement.
Now, Dom, this last target is my personal favorite.
Is it global impact?
That's right. Global impact through initiatives increase the sorority's national and international footprint.
That is exactly right, Vanessa. By partnering in the National Global Impact Day and partnering with other organizations such as Souls for Souls and the Refugees in America Assistance Program, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority continues to raise awareness about the needs of those often forgotten.
Struggle with main and with might to capture a vision fair. There is one thing that spurs us to victory's heights, through the fellowship sincere and rare. Oh, Alpha Kappa Alpha, dear Alpha Kappa Alpha, hearts that are loyal and hearts that are true, by merit and culture, we strive and we do things that are worthwhile. And with a smile, we help each other, for we know there's no other like our sisterhood. to begin when I honor and glory today. Oh, Alpha, Kappa Alpha, dear Alpha, Kappa Alpha, hearts that are loyal and hearts that are true, by parents and culture, we strive and we do things that are love, and with a smile, we help each other, for we know there's no other like us, sisterhood. Alpha, Alpha, Alpha.
Now that we've gotten the chance to show you who paved the way, it is time that we show you why Alpha, Kappa Alpha, sorority is always a serious matter. 1, 9, 0, 8. This is a
Serious matter to be, and AKA to be the first, the finest in every single way. Conceited, conceited, that's what they say. But when you're number one, you can act that way.
We would like to thank you all for coming out to our Founders Day presentation. Please feel free to enjoy the light refreshments, stick around, get to know us a bit, and follow us on our Instagram at USAKAs, and look forward to our ski week. Thank you and have a good evening.
Okay,